when you get the script to Hatchet, specifically Hatchet 3, you're sitting down, you're relaxing, reading it, you get to parts where severed testicles hang from the tree.
You mean page 1?
That would be, early on. What is your reaction when you see that kind of thing? Do you laugh? Do you cringe?
I think, oh, fuck my life. God damn it, I thought it was hard to do Hatchet 2. When he called me and said, you're going to be crying the entire movie, I was like, yeah, I'm going to be crying the entire movie. And I cried the entire movie. And in this one, he said, I said, am I crying in the whole movie? And he said, no. Someone fighting outside. I'll take him right now.
The money's on you.
And he said, you're not crying in this movie, but you're going to be handcuffed through the whole thing. I was like, no way, you're bullshit. And I was fucking handcuffed through the entire movie. So, you know, gotta love Adam Green.
Okay, and so once again you took on Kane Hodder and destroyed him again. Kane Hodder happens to have a very funny cameo in your own directorial debut on Friends, which is coming soon from Anchor Bay, Canada. Look for it on
August 27th.
With experiences like this, what made you want to take on the very thankless job of indie horror director?
Jesus. Because the fans are so freaking awesome. I mean, you know, it's true. You guys gave me the career that I have, so why would I not continue to churn out movies for you guys? Kind of like write what you know, so it's kind of what I know and what I love, and I just have fun. Obviously, I don't take myself very seriously, or I wouldn't do movies like this. So I just have fun doing what I do, and directing was kind of the next step for me, I think. And I hope you guys check it out and you dig it as much as I enjoyed making it.
Cool. All right, so let's get into some audience questions. First hand in the back.
I can yell. That's cool.
Okay, go ahead. Yell out.
What scene was the most fun to do? Like, what scene, when you think about filming this movie, where you're like, that day was really good. We had a great time making this part.
This movie was really hard. I don't know about greatest time. I would say, I mean, finally getting some like comic relief for a minute in the back of the car was really fun. I'm huge, like, and also like Zach Galligan, I'm a just giant Gremlins dork. So to work with him, I was like, oh my god, I have to make scenes with you. You're so cool. By the way, I have a big gremlin in my house, so that was really cool. I think it was just really challenging. You know, we were like in Louisiana, in the swamps, in the middle of the night, and I had like, you know, bug bites and chigger bites, and all the bruises actually in the opening scene where I'm covered in bruises on my arms and stuff. That actually is real stuff because I was doing a little stunt where I was attached to a tree sideways that had just been stripped. Is there someone talking over there?
Three guys in the back up and top. They can't shut the fuck up.
You guys stop talking? Did you bring very rude to our special guest here?
Uh-oh.
So loud.
You are. You are.
All right, let's relax.
Okay,
Friends.
The whole movie.
Thank you. Okay, guys.
No worries. No blame here. No worries. All right, so we have
No,
another
this
question.
only happened in America. Come on. Fucked up shit happens in theaters.
It's an education.
I got you guys riled up. Yes.
Gentlemen with glasses at the top.
I remember quite a long time ago, Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers, and you were very young now, which you were sensational, might I add. But since then, like, have you chosen horror to do horror films in your career, or is it vice versa? Like
It's chosen me, I think.
Oh, it's chosen you.
It's all your guys' fault. You wanted to see me beat up these big badasses, and I keep doing it. So if you keep wanting me to do it, I'll keep doing it.
Okay, next question. Okay, we got one in the row, gentleman with the beard.
Yeah, you just said you made your directorial debut.
I did, yeah.
Seeing as up in San Diego since you were about, I think, 10 and Hollywood 4. When exactly is it coming out?
August 27th.
August 27th.
This comes out on the 20th, and Among Friends comes out the 27th.
Among Friends, okay. I would say I did see you in a horror convention. This is kind of more of a statement. I saw you in a horror convention once where you said that you love being there for the fans. I hope you continue to be that way, because to me, you're not being there for awards, you're being there for us as your fans. That actually inspires me a lot.
Aw, yeah, I I mean, I've been doing this for 20-some years, and you know, like I said, you guys are the reasons that I have a career, so I'll keep making movies that you want to see me in. Yeah, there's some up.
Next question, we saw in the back. Gentleman with the plaid shirt, the baseball cap.
I'm just wondering how it felt to go back to Halloween after all those years. Like Halloween. Like when Rob Zombie called you and was like, "I'd like you to come back to Halloween."
I wish that's the way that it went down. Actually, I auditioned for it, and he didn't want me to do it. But you know, it was. God, don't you read the internet? No, I'm just totally fucking with you right now. They got me riled up over there. You know, it was. It's like being away from high school for a really long time, and I just had a really small part, so I just kind of passed the torch on to Scout. I didn't really have that much to do, unfortunately, in the Halloween series, but I think that I had the best death scene. You know, it was nice to have people. It's odd to have people come up to me at a convention and say, "Fuck you, I cried when you died." I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome, thanks." You don't really cry when people die in horror movies, so it's kind of nice that somebody cried for me.
Any questions, other side? Very, very back, plaid shirt glasses.
Yeah, I just want to know how you feel about the integrity of the Mary Beth character. When the series starts off, Mary Beth's super badass, and by the end of the first movie, she's kind of a little bitch, and then everyone's like, "Oh, you got casted for Hatchet 2," and everyone's like, "Sick, we get that, we got a fucking horror genre here." And then slowly as the movie goes on, Hatchet 2, you do your thing. Come the second one, it's kind of the third one, I mean, like right here, it's a downhill spiral for your character, getting weaker and weaker. If a fourth movie is made,
I think she gets stronger and stronger, Betty.
I'm hoping so. I want you to kick ass.
Yeah, I think there's a point in sort of the growth of a person after you've been through something so traumatic that she just doesn't give a flying fuck anymore.
That's what I want.
That was what you just saw.
I want the Bruce Campbell syndrome. I want you to get a chainsaw and fuck shit up.
Yeah, I'll leave that to Crowley. Have you seen how big that thing is? It's like 6 feet. I'm like 5, so I do the best I can with what I'm given.
Okay, any more questions? This gentleman here in the blue shirt.
First of all, I just wanted to say that I just recently started going to film school. I am an independent horror film director. The very first horror movie that I ever saw was Halloween 5. That's what made me fall in love with horror movies, and mainly your performance because I was a little kid when I saw it, so that's what I identified with. I actually have it tattooed on my body.
Oh, Jesus. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I just, this is not pertaining to this movie or to your horror films, actually. I just watched it the other night, and I completely forgot you were in it. I have to know, is Bruce Willis as cool in person as he is in the movies?
No.
No.
Actually, that's a good, I'm going to steal a question here. I actually got the chance to interview Kane Hodder a few weeks ago, and he had some less than complimentary things to say about Steven Seagal. He worked on a few of those movies.
Yes,
He
so
also worked on Steven Seagal movies. You guys share horror stories?
Yes, we do.
All right. All we need to know. Okay, any more questions? Okay, gentleman with the black t-shirt.
Yeah, it's the 25th anniversary of Halloween 4 this year. Is there anything planned for that? Any?
Jesus. There's actually a convention in Pasadena in mid-November, the 35th Years of Terror, celebrating all of the Halloween movies that I will be at. It's going to be my last convention for a little while, so that should be pretty badass. I can't believe that it's 25 years since Halloween 4. Oh my God, unbelievable. I actually saw it in Ireland recently at a film festival called Horrorthon. That's pretty rad. And I saw it on the big screen in Blu-ray for the first time. I hadn't seen it in about a decade, and it's pretty amazing. What they did to me as a child was pretty amazing. Explains a lot.
Okay, question in the back, the baseball
Just
cap.
real quick, the shower scene.
Yeah. What about it?
I just want to say thank you.
What?
Just want to say thanks.
Hey, you know, I do what I can for the fans. That shit was cold and really like hardcore. I mean, that, you know, it was like a power hose. It was, yeah, not the most attractive thing that I've done, but you know, gotta give you a little something.
Any more questions? Actually, I know someone. Kelly in the back.
Obviously, you've worked with a lot of independent filmmakers, and you've probably seen a lot of the same mistakes over and over again, like, or things like that. What would be advice for you that you would give them, like a fledgling filmmaker? Like,
I mean, you have to learn from your mistakes.
yeah.
You know, that's the only way that I've learned on film is I've learned what not to do by doing things that don't work. And you have to figure it out. Especially independent films, you have no money and no time, and you've got like 8 seconds to make it right. And you just have to sort of fuck it and go with it and pray for the best. And sometimes you get really awesome things, you know, that happen out of it. And trust your actors and just kind of encourage all the creative people to be, you know, to have some sort of creative say. Like there's this scene in Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween, actually, where I don't know if you guys have all seen it, but I make it out the front door, like Annie gets out the front door and they're stopped, and you know, Michael Myers pulls me back in. And that really came from Rob Zombie giving me some freedom to just play. And I said to Tyler May, like, I'm the sheriff's daughter, I'm gonna run, dude. Like, you're not gonna catch me, so gear up. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna catch you. And I actually, when I got to that part, because it was all Steadicam, actually BJ, who was the director of this movie, was the camera operator for the Halloween films. And when I got to the point after I jumped off the couch and I saw the door and I saw the stairs, and I was supposed to go to the stairs, and I was like, fuck the stairs, I'm going for the door. So I've done and seen one too many horror movies to know that I'm not gonna play that girl. So anyway, I think it's, you learn from your mistakes. I've learned more from bad directors than I have from good directors.
Okay, question again in the back row, gentleman in the blue shirt.
How do you like Toronto?
I love Toronto. Especially Sirius Radio.
Okay, we have a question far in there.
Is there going to be a Hatchet 4?
I have no idea. I mean, do you guys, I've heard the stupidest shit, actually, after this movie. I've heard that people think that now I'm Victor Crowley, that, like, I've become possessed by him, which is, I think, all the hopefuls that saw Halloween 4 that wished Jamie turned into Michael Myers, and didn't happen, and they're still mad 25 years later. It's probably not gonna happen, just so you know. We shot it a couple different ways. You know, we shot it where we left it open, where I said to the director, like, what kind of breaths do you want me to take? Is it like, I'm gonna live, I'm gonna die, I've already died, I'm gonna live and then die? Like, is it like, do I see it and then go, I'm gonna be saved, and you know, like, what do you want? So we just kind of, he did a little bit of a combo mix, so you can't really tell. So it's open, but the reality is that this is the finale, that Adam always wrote a beginning, a middle, and an end, and this is the end, as far as I know.
Until the revamp.
I've done enough revamps, I'm good.
So let me jump in again, next question. So let's say tomorrow we hear Hatchet 4, it's in production. Is that something that you would have to think about, read the script, or would you just jump right inside and see if you trust these guys?
Ew. Even though I trust them and love them, I still like to read it before I agree to do anything, because you've seen what they've done to me. They know that I'll do anything, which means they write all kinds of shit for me. You know, I'm getting a little older, and it's a little bit harder, I think, to kind of, this was the hardest shoot I've ever had to do physically. So I think that I would really have to think about it. I think, you know, it's bittersweet. I'm sad that maybe Mary Beth is done with Crowley, because I love Kane and I love this group, and this is like, I am a part of the Hatchet Army. I really am, and Adam kind of gave me my first break, giving me a lead in the movie again, which was really, really nice of him. But I think, like, you don't want to be the last person to leave the party. You know, I don't know where they could go from here. Like, this is good. I think Mary Beth could like go out with a bang, or a drop, or I don't know what you want to call it. For this movie, I think it would be time. But of course I would read it, and they would probably really have to talk to me for a while to do it. But I don't think that they're ready to do it anytime soon, even if there was another one.
Cool, okay. Any other questions? We'll take a couple more. This gentleman here with the camera.
Yep, as a young actress when you were in Halloween 4 and 5, most kids are normally scared of horror movies. What was it like working on a set of an actual horror movie? Because normally young kids are scared, so was it just...
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's they do everything they can to make sure that you're not traumatized. I think that, you know, the guys that played Michael were like my buddies, and, you know, we always like goofed around on set, and I mean, for me, it was like, I was 10, so I was excited to like order room service French fries at like 3 in the morning and watch Mr. Ed on Nick at Night. Like, I mean, that's, you know, I didn't have to go to school for like a few months, and how cool was it to like be strapped to someone on a roof? That was awesome. So stuff that you're a kid, you think is so cool, and it's not scary. I mean, it's like there's this many people around you when you're shooting it, so you don't ever feel like it. The only times that I would get scared is if I had to go wait around the corner of a house and by myself, and the camera was on the other side, and I was in the dark. So it was like 30 seconds of being in the dark where I was like, oh God, I'm in the dark, I'm in the dark. And then I come out and I would be screaming, and even though Michael was chasing me, that didn't scare me. It was the waiting in the dark around the corner that scared me. So the typical 10-year-old stuff, but the whole Michael Mile, all that stuff didn't really freak me out. It wasn't harder until I got older, and then I did the new stuff, and I was like, why is this fucking me up? This is really hard. And it's because Michael got Annie. You know, he attacked Annie. He never really got close enough to Jamie. So I think that's what the difference was for me.
Cool, okay, let's do 2 more questions. I'm gonna go over to the other side. Gentleman with the checkered shirt.
And can I just say though that I do love Toronto, aside from that joke I made up there earlier. I was here a couple of years ago for TIFF. We had a movie screen called Stakeland, and it was Midnight Madness. And I hadn't been to many film festivals and didn't know what to expect. Especially you think, Midnight Madness, who's gonna go at midnight to see this movie? There's gonna be like 5 people. And I pulled up and there was a freaking line around the corner and the theater was packed. And it was the most kick-ass room of fucking people. I had the best time, and it was the best screening I'd seen, and I love that movie, and it really is because you guys rock. And yes, we said a lot of, we're going to North, we're heading to Canada to get away from the vampires, so I get it. There was a little bit of like, woohoo, Canada! But it was because you guys made it so awesome, and I left going like, TIFF is one of the most amazing film festivals, and I hope to come back one year and just go to see the movies and not be there for work. So I really do, I really do love Canada. Toronto especially.
Gentleman in check shirt.
Yes, just wondering, now that, since you are doing directing now, do you take your acting roles, a different approach to your acting roles? When you're acting in a movie, do you think about how?
Yes, the one thing that I learned from being a director actually, which is very important, is that I am always someone on set that, it's really late, everyone's cranky, everyone's tired, and I come on and I'm kind of like, I want to sort of like fuck with everybody and like have a good time and keep the energy, and I come in, I'm a little sassy, and it's like 5 in the morning, and I don't really get why everyone's like, just shut up, just stop for a minute, like we need to do this. Because I want everyone to like want to be there, and I know they're cranky, so I try to kind of lighten the mood and take care of everybody. And now I realize when someone tried to do that with me when I was directing, I had no sense of humor. So now I know, I just get there and I stand there and yes sir, whatever you need, what do you need to do, how can I make this day go faster? You want to do a 2-shot, you want to do a 3-shot, you want me to do it in a 1-er? Got it, no problem. Whenever you're ready to go, we'll go. And I want to get them the fuck out of there and have them go to bed. So I don't try to be cool and have fun anymore at the 11th hour. I just want to give them what they need so they can go home and go to sleep. Because that's all I wanted. When my cast was like, party! And I was like, I can seriously strangle you. So that's what I learned from being a director, is to just shut up as an actor.
Okay, we have time for one more question. Let's make it a scorcher. Anybody? Anybody at all? Last chance? Waiting for years?
Yeah.
This lady in the second row.
Hi, I'm just wondering, now that you're going to make your directorial debut, do you think that in the future, in 10 years, do you think that will be more of your focus as you get older? Or do you think you will primarily stick with acting?
I think it's my focus now, actually. Really directing, I'm surprised that I'm still like sort of the final girl at my age in these movies. I thought, once I get out of college, like, what am I gonna do? Once I stop playing like 21, who's gonna cast? I'm not the mom yet, so I didn't really know that I would still be cast as this. So I think that this is always gonna, I keep saying this, everyone's like, you're not gonna act again? What? It's not really what it is. I'll always be an actor, because it's what I am. It's just sort of ingrained in me. So parts will come and I'll pick and choose as I grow and change. But I'm more inspired by directing. I finally kind of have a shot at being a little more creative and learning about things that I didn't know, because I didn't go to school, so that's kind of my school. and it's something that I really love to do. So I think I'm planning on directing early spring my next feature next year, and then I'll probably do 3 or 4 movies as an actor, just small little pieces. Am I willing to like go to the extent of kind of carrying something like this again? That may be a little while. Maybe next time I'll be the mom of someone that has to go through this. Let somebody else take the reins for a minute. I'm a little tired, I think. So 25 years. Yeah, the body feels it late at night. You're like, God, why does it hurt? So not 18 anymore. So I'll take the break, but I'm not going anywhere. I'll still make movies and be in movies. Woo!